Advice for full body detoxification. Weighted down by the hustle and bustle of daily life, lack of time, and various commitments we struggle with each day, we often recourse to fast food and/or processed and refined foods, and consequently, we take in an excessive chemical preservatives and fats. However, these are not the only toxins that we consume. In the context of our daily lives, we also come into contact with cigarette smoke, contaminated water, heavy metals and other chemicals. So how do you know if your body needs a full body detoxification? Exhaustion, boredom, intestinal problems, high blood pressure, headaches, bags under the eyes, obesity, lack of energy, bad moods or depression, and stress all alert us to the fact that it is unarguably time to embark on a detoxifying diet. But which one to follow? General advice. Drink at least 1.5 to 2 liters of water per day. Avoid alcoholic and fizzy drinks. Wine is permitted, but only in the following doses: 1/2 glass of red wine for women and 1 glass of red wine for men per meal. Increase the consumption of fruit, vegetables, cereals, and dried fruits. Try to reduce your consumption of salt to a minimum. If you can eliminate it completely, even better. If you must have some, add it only in small quantities to your food once it is already cooked and taste before adding more. If possible, exchange it for sea salt. Reduce your consumption of red meat and pork to a minimum. Do not fry your food, but rather bake it with a bit of oil at the bottom of the pan. Chew all of your food to an even paste-like consistency before swallowing. Eliminate your consumption of processed sugar and replace it instead with honey or cane sugar. Incorporate foods rich in natural fiber. Aim for fruits and vegetables that are in season and go for a wide variety with plenty of colors. This is to make sure you are incorporating a better variety of vitamins. It is better to steam rather than boil things. Learn to make a few sauces with little or no oil. Aim for extra virgin olive oil over other types of oil. Again, do not use it for frying your food but rather add it to sauces and salads. It is always better to consume it raw rather than cooked. Foods that help clean the intestines. Integrate foods high in fiber into your diet, such as vegetables with dark green leaves, Swiss chard, spinach, broccoli, raw or cooked, lettuce, citrus fruits and dried prunes, granola, dried fruit, and cereals such as oats. You also want to try to add certain herbs or foods such as psyllium. The seeds of this plant are just as useful as the husks. They act as a mild laxative to alleviate constipation. Put 3 to 5 grams of the husk, or 7 grams of the seeds, into at least 1/4 liter of water and consume. Cascaril buckthorn or bearberry. This buckthorn is obtained from the Rhamnus brachiata tree and is also used as a laxative. It should only be consumed in small quantities. Garlic, a traditional antiseptic, Garlic functions to detoxify your intestines. It can also work as a laxative as well as combat intestinal parasites. Foods and herbs for the detoxification of the liver. Thistle, dandelion, rhubarb, chicory, and dwarf morning glory teas. All of these stimulate the production of bile and protect the liver, as well as improve digestion. Artichoke, this helps the liver to break down fats. Beets, clean the liver and purify blood. Thistle, an age-old hepatobiliary protector. Red clover, eliminates toxins from the liver and the kidneys. Dandelion root, stimulates the elimination of toxins in the liver. Other powerful detoxifiers. Carrots. They detoxify the organism of heavy metals, just like grapefruit. Lemon. Detoxification's biggest star. Onions. Clean the respiratory system. Spirulina, a hepatoprotective algae that detoxifies the organism of heavy metals and benefits the kidneys. Green tea, considered a powerful antioxidant for all of the polyphenols it contains. It prevents cancer and reinforces the immune system. Our last piece of advice is this: before you embark on a diet to detoxify your system, make sure to visit and check with a doctor, nutritionist, or endocrinologist who can evaluate your needs and create a personalized and balanced diet for you specifically. They will also know how to evaluate your more particular characteristics in order to recommend a better exercise regimen in accordance with your age and the shape you're in.